Well, I want to jump over to some of the other markets, such as lumber, and that's where we invite in Robin Cross of Stone X in Chicago, and he'll help us navigate the waters here. Robin, happy Veterans Day to you and everybody who has served our country here overseas. What's going on in this lumber market here? It looks like a mixed market for now.
It is. Good morning, Marlon. Also, happy Veterans Day to everybody, and especially my dad out there. Just want to give a little shout out. Let's get into the prices here. So November doesn't have an open yet, if you believe that. It settled yesterday at $586.50. It's currently bid and offered right around that same area, but with the upcoming expiration on Monday, there's not a lot of open interest left. I believe we only had about 100 cars coming into today. And that also impacts the deferred January, which is now your lead month. Jan's trading at $642.50, up $470. So it's quite a big premium from November to January. But what happens in this time frame is everybody waits to watch and see where November expires. Because you know what? Expiration is really the true test of what is this market worth. And, so guys say, hey, I got a free look at the market. I'll just hold my chips for 3 days and we'll see where it goes off and, act accordingly. But open interest is definitely still a big struggle here. And I think, there's a lot of factors why open interest is low. But I want to talk about something they don't really talk too much about on the legacy media outlets is, Joe Biden's supply chain crisis. Traders don't really realize, because there's no news on it, on how much this truly affects lumber. Typically lumber is like the item that's tight that you can't get, and it seems to dictate all the pricing of houses. But in this case, I literally talk to home builders every single day. And these guys got some pretty long faces. They got the money, they got the property. They are struggling to get labor. Labor is still an issue, and I've been talking about that for 2 years with you, Marlon. Labor is definitely a big issue in housing. But most important, it's the supply chain. So I made a little list for all the listeners today of really what you can't get, and this will impact home building. So you got then this is literally from a bunch of guys. So we got adhesives, appliances, copper, drywall, fabricated metal, furniture, HVAC equipment, PVC, and steel. And since all those items are tied up, now you're going to start seeing some of this lumber piling up. So what does that mean? Existing home sales are going to continue to keep their strength. And new home sales, I do believe is, we've been talking about that a lot too, starts and permits and new and pending home sales. I really think you're going to start seeing that impacted in the numbers, because it's literally, it's a very much struggle. And I want guys to just really realize how bad it is. So, if you're looking to buy a house, it's probably not the greatest time, to start fishing. Beyond that, I do believe that January lumber, I'm bearish near term due to all the issues I named, but long term, I still think that, we are underbuilt. So I do believe that you might see a little sell off now just because, we're getting in the winter and the holidays. And then lumber always rallies during the holidays. So I wouldn't be surprised for that to be the case this year, especially since it's kind of been getting beat up these past couple of weeks. So, that's what I'm looking for, bud.
All right, Robin, excellent information. Thanks for sharing all that. Great background on what's affecting the lumber market as we get closer to the Christmas holiday season here. Excellent, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk with you again next week. Hopefully. Robin Cross is with Stone X. He's located in Chicago, and we'll pause right here. We'll come back and we'll get you updated on what's going on in our livestock trade right after this.